Game will plays SMK Limited 1 Special Cup 100cc. Welcome back. I'm your host, the Puppet Master. Master of Puppets. No, what have we got here for us? Some specially special things for the special people in your life. Usually the developer here goes all out on the special stuff, but maybe not until the end. I don't know. I honestly don't know, because look at this first track. It's just Donut Plains. You'd think it'd be like Donut Plains 3. It isn't. This is really sad. No, I don't want to criticize. I'm just saying, after what I've done, the things I've been through, the stuff I've seen, saying nothing. Okay, the Monty Moles do increase difficulty. All right, I take it all back. But there's no weird hopping over bridges like there used to be. All right, we'll just have to deal with it. Today, on the hydraulic press channel, we will crush a Monty Mole, and we must deal with it. And then it gets squashed flat. That's what you're hoping is happening, right? Never put animals in that thing. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Putting banana peels out my cart's butt. Taking a turn for the worse or the better. You don't know where things go. If your name is Cisco, you compare life to a baseball game. A baseball game. Everybody likes baseball, I guess. Japan does. Korea does. Oh man, I was just thinking earlier when I had said something about the translating with my automatic translator. Oh yeah, I should just do that in Korean games and see how that works out. I don't even know why I didn't think of that. I'm probably going to do that now. I want to see what I've been missing out on. Some good shit there, you know. I just don't know where to start because I never understood it. It's like exclusive, like never been ported out to the States or anything, really. Like really niche Korean DOS titles. Really super freaking niche. It's like it's so niche, I'm surprised no one thought of covering it as a gimmick already. Up next, it doesn't get easier than this. It's a literal beach donut. It's the beach donut. Just go around in circles, get lines of coins, get items, that's it. If you mess up this track, I am not responsible for your friend's mistreatment of your actions. See, look, lap 2 already. Who wants to bet I can do this in less than a minute? Don't bet on this stuff. Although betting on AIs doing video games does seem kind of funny. Like with Mario Party, which I think some people actually do. Or like with salty bets with the AIs in fighting games. Okay, lap 4. This is looking good for my sub 1 minute run. Speedrunners take note. I have a lot of leeway too. Like, I don't really think no one in their right mind is going to the deep stuff unless they somehow jump into the center. But why would you need to? You're just basically cutting a corner. You only need it to jump over other racers or obstacles that they laid on the ground. I'm sorry. That was no. Come on, we can do a little better than that. Super Mario Kart SMK Limited man. We can do better. Oh, but it's still only the first one. Maybe by the time we get to like SMK Limited 10 or something, shit will really ramp up. I have no idea. I've never gotten that far. Okay, it's Mario Circuit, and there's definitely what I can see from the bottom. There's definitely some oil slicks. Although this seems like it'd be on par with Mario Circuit 3 in the original, which is not exactly special material, but alright. It's more like flower cup material. So maybe by the next one, it'll be star cup material, special cup material, then oh my god, off the seat of my pants material. That's what we're looking for. Don't worry, I've seen some really stupidly hard stuff in this. I'm reminded of this one ice track, which had me hitting a lot of walls when I was trying to do 150cc. Never again. I learned my lesson about doing 150cc on random ROM hacks that day. It was never meant for it. Or maybe it was, and I'm just being stupid, but I have no need. If you want bonus points for doing this 150cc, that's on you. I will tell you how to run it. It's really not that bad. Let me tell you about the IPS patch program I'm using. I use floating IPS. It covers IPS files, BPS files, but there's other ones you'll need for other ones, like X Delta for one. There's some other ones too that I forget. There must be at least a dozen or so. But yeah, I used to use Lunar IPS, which was just IPS, and then Beat for the BPS separately. But floating IPS seems to suit me just fine. However, for something like Lunar IPS, you can patch an IPS to anything. Like, there's no limitation based on what, ROM you're pasting on, which I can't tell you about the origins of those. But, what was the other thing? The first IPS patcher I used wasn't even that. It was straight up something that looked like it was straight out of DOS. And it was my first experience with ROM hacks. I'm glad I don't have to use that program ever again, but it definitely had its limitations, but it was like the first of its kind, and I think it was really made back in the DOS days, because I think maybe it was just... I was probably running Windows XP, and it was running as it was its built-in DOS, so I didn't actually need DOSBox for it. I wasn't even aware of DOSBox at the time anyway, I just knew about DOS prior. I didn't think of the emulation for DOS until after I realized Windows was dropping it off. Which I should have... Well, I kind of jumped from XP to 7. I didn't go to Vista. Going to 7 made me realize I needed DOSBox, so... Not that I do that now. I'm on Linux now. 7's pretty good, though, still. I mean, it's going to be a problem when you reach a limitation of RAM and something, but... for the everyday office, Windows 7 is good. I mean, yes and no. It finally stopped updating, like, a year or so ago. Like, its very last security update, it's finally done. I guess there could be security updates later. I suppose they're still trying to update Windows XP because we just can't stop using it. It's the same reason the military can't stop using COBOL, because it's just working on that for so long. Take too much effort to transition stuff to higher level programming languages. I don't know. Here again we have the Ghost Valley glitch. The Ghost Valley glitch. Do. Only this time, there's not only holes in our racers, there's holes in the ground. Was it like that last time? I don't know. I'm not even sure. Would this be up there with Ghost Valley 3, you think? I think Ghost Valley 3 OG was more intimidating. OG! Yeah, I know, Grandpa. OG! Who dares slip over yonder in the house of ghosts when this is not a house? This is clearly a boardwalk of some kind. It's certainly not a goddamn valley. What is this? Why can you be so prone to falling off? How could a Lakitu save you from the pits of the dark, endless void? I don't know. Poor Luigi. Not even the track treats him with respect. But he's supposed to be 5th, so never mind. Sorry, brother. It's all about me. No Super Luigi party for you. That's a one book for Mario. Please show me your big booze. Go fish, Mario. Oh, shut up. Is this the last one? It is. Alright, so Rainbow Road 2, I guess, but this feels more like a Rainbow Road by its design. Also, I think I remember looking back, I screwed up, like, once. It'll be fine, though. As long as I get at least 4th, I think. I think at least 3rd I'd be safer, but getting at least 4th is no guarantee of anything. Especially if you just stay in 4th, because since you can still qualify while being in 4th, you can get the special animation if you finish the GP while in 4th, because technically you didn't lose any lives. And so you're just out there at the side being like, sorry, but you didn't win, or something, and you're just looking in shame. It's especially funny if you do it in Mario Kart 64, because the music, like, gets really depressed. It's like, you know. Let's try that again. Yeah, that was like... No, that was a bit too much for me. I was like, how dare you give me a mushroom for so long in Rainbow Road, of all things, where it's probably the least likely to be used properly. I thought maybe I'd get away with it using it at the bottom. I could have been wrong, though. But I just thought the line was straight enough, but then you have those, you know, those flashing LSD thwomps. Right? Why are they even designed to look like this anyway? They don't even look like the N64 design. This is a very strange thwomp design, actually. But maybe this is because the only other times they've been seen were in Mario 3 and Super Mario World, of which they always look different. So we just couldn't settle until finally we resettled on the Super Mario World design in the new Super Mario Bros. Series, and it's kept that way since. I don't mind the blue thwomp, because that implies you can jump on it, which I've seen in Mario 64, so I suppose that's why I was like that, so you could just go on it. Seeing as the needs to be like, no. But then you see in like Mario Galaxy you can do just that when you can jump on it and not need a spin jump or any fancy things, so I don't know. Designs are weird. Rainbow Road, it's the road you know that doesn't have the toad very far up in the front. Here you go, here's the ball. Go do a bunt. Many a time spent alone in the darkness finishing Rainbow Road was my life. It's like, I'm doing it. I'm doing Rainbow Road again. I don't know why I play a lot of these games over and over. I'm glad I've reached a point in my life where I'm like, wait, I should be trying different things. Although I've thought about that since at least 10 years, so that has nothing to do with that. I'm at a point in my life where I'm finally finalizing projects and making sure they withstand the test of time. That's where I'm at. Because before, when I was just doing no commentary long plays, I didn't consider that games are not meant to be played that way. Unless you're doing lots of editing, which hides the fact that you're doing all that to make it seamless. I was like, oh, well, if I have to do that anyway, maybe I shouldn't and just do this. Okay. Life, the universe, and everything. Super Mario. Dun, 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 dun. I guess you'll get the credits again, too. Which is where we're at here, in the canon ending. Very special to you. Oh yeah, in 150cc, the trophies are Mario heads, cementing the point that Mario is the God King of all the kingdom. Why don't they just make Mario the king? What's with that? You never see any other member of royalty now, do you? I'm not talking about the Chancellor, that doesn't count. Oh yeah! So, wherever the tracks are placed in the roster determines who spawns there in the credits. So, it's not going to match up like with before. It's going to be based on, like, okay, let's say there's a Donut Plains track that one showed up on. If that was changed to a different one, that character will show up there instead. If you're wondering about the logic of how these characters are spawning in the credits. You see, that Rainbow Road was Bowser's Castle 3 originally. So you see Bowser in this Rainbow Road instead. That's not correct. As for this Bowser's Castle, let me think here. Which one was that? I guess that was supposed to be a Choco Island before. Or Choco Mountain. Whatever. It's Chocolate. Well, Koopa's in the right place. Although that track is not a good representation. Maybe it is in his mind. Guess we'll just have to learn more about Toad's not fear of ghosts. He thinks he's having a wonderful time. He doesn't think about undead spirits of the night. Alright, this is correct. Because that was the last track, so yeah. Mario's in the right place. But now he has to share Bowser and his rainbow adventure. Maybe they need to be a little closer together. I don't know. That's between them in the back room. Thank you! In English! Blasphemy! Everyone jump, assuming you can do that. Watching Bowser jump is something else. He's got some serious leg strength. The end. And I nearly forgot here while recording. I was just like, wait a minute. Couldn't I have just reset? Or just press the button to make it reset? It doesn't matter. I'll just stop the video there. That's it. That's been a short side project of a Super Mario Kart Limited 1. See you around.